Here we go one more time. We're bringing it down. We're bringing it down. We're bringing it down. So, folks, we're back. It's official. We're back. We're live. We're in the house. Here we are. Congratulations, folks. You made it. This is the official Good Vibes stream. The time is 14 minutes past 8. We are officially live, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, the 8th of January, 2024. It is going on, people. How is everyone? This song's a bit more chilled. This song's a bit more chilled than Dance Pop, I believe, is the one that we really like. So, what's been going on? What's been going on? Has anything been going on? I don't think so. A lot of did you guys see that graphic that Amazing Polly made? Let's see if I can find it one sec. It's about all the essentially the mainstream control opposition network. Right, let's get this music out of here. We don't need this music. We don't need this music. Get out of here, you. Right, let's get some chilled out music on here for me, because I've got to have my chilled out music. There we go. So, what have I got for you here? Right, fine. Oh, I think she updated it from here. I like Amazing Polly. She's really growing her Twitter following back as well. It's nice. I found the first version of the graphic, but then she did a new one, which she posts on Twitter a lot. It's quite hard to scroll down and find the other. Oh, geez, Polly, come on. How many posts on Twitter per day? Gee whiz, I'm not even on yesterday yet. Okay, I'm getting close now. Where is it? Oh my gosh. 21 hours ago. Fine. Wow. Oh, here's one I was looking for. Brett Weinstein. Is that his name? Weinstein? Oh man, I can't find this at all. Amazing Polly isn't here to compromise. Okay, I'll find the other one. I'll give up. Oh, screw it. I got it on my Twitter. I'll find it from there. Or have I? I can't even find it on there now. All right, Thinking Slow retweeted it, so find that. Thinking Slow. Man. Can't find it on here either. This is an absolute jest. Okay, notifications. It's got to be in here. Has this been deleted? I haven't got a bloody clue where it is. I found a reply to it. Here we go. So, I found it. Ish. Okay. Share screen. Here it is. Wow. Wow, that took a while. Geez, sorry about that. Did you see this? Oh, that was hilarious. I like Amazing Polly. When they insisted on face coverings in Canada, she went into the bank with a brown paper bag on her head with eye cutouts. Yeah, that's great. And they were really mad about it as well. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's such a good way to go along with the madness because you've got no choice. Otherwise, they won't let you into the bank. And at the same time, be letting people know that it's a load of BS, you know? It's quite good if you can come up with some versions of that, you know? I think I've got a bit of a cold coming on here. So, I was pleased to see Konstantin Kissin made it into this list. The new establishment narrative repeaters. There's a newer version, of this list though, that has more people on it, like a better version of it. But I couldn't find it. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Should be able to find it. Well, I couldn't find it. I know that Polly tweeted it, but I can't find it. Media. Oh. Is this it? No. That's the old one. Here we go. Found it. Hang on. Stop sharing. There you go. There you go. Right. Can you guys see that? So they got all of the... see, this one's got Zuby in it there in the purple. Who else we got here? Candace Owens. Man, I used to really like Candace Owens. Dude, I must have been so gullible back in the day. I used to think that Candace Owens was so like the hero we all needed. You know? Especially her origin story of how, you know, she became red-pilled through feminists, you know, basically harassing themselves and blaming it on her or whatever. Man, I bought that origin story hard. I never looked back until recently. I can't remember what it was with Candace Owens that put me on. I think it was like Rumble and... Was it Rumble? No, what was it? Getter. That was it, Getter. When everyone was leaving Twitter and going on to Getter, and her husband owns Getter or something. He was the CEO of Getter or something. And I remember when I went on to Getter and they started cutting down my followers on there, and I was like, oh, right. So this is the same as before. It felt like Twitter as well. I very quickly decided that Getter was a load of rubbish. At one point, I thought like Truth Social was going to be this great, amazing website. Jeez. I'll admit I was wrong on that one. Are the guys at UK column gatekeepers? I don't think so. But I don't really know that much about UK column anymore. I stopped watching UK column when it went off YouTube because I didn't know where it was. But I used to watch UK Column during the pandemic. They didn't seem like gatekeepers at all then, you know? Are you still going to do a cooking channel, Alistair? Well, I just haven't found the time to do the cooking channel yet. Now that I work at the church, being a chef, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's really limited my free time to do other things. But I really enjoy being a chef, so it's not a problem. They're on the Light Paper channel on Telegram. Yeah, man, I like UK Column, man. I've never had a reason not to like them. You know? They seem like genuine people to me. I will tell you this. I was supposed to be interviewed by UK Column about Christian stuff, and then they the guy who was supposed to be interviewing me got let go or whatever, or not working there anymore, and then that offer was off the table. So, I was a bit disappointed about that because I thought they were quite keen to have me on, but no one's sort of got back to me about having me on again since then. So maybe there's been some sort of change, some sort of anti-Christian change. Chef Alistair, yeah, that's it. That's me. What about Lotus Eaters? I really like Carl. I had lunch with Carl and Calvin Robinson recently. I think Carl's a genuine guy. But again, I don't watch Lotus Eaters. I don't watch it. Carl told me he comes in church on Sunday, which blew my mind. Carl was like, man, I really love church on Sunday. I was like, you serious? You are in church on Sunday? He was like, yeah, all the time. Wow. Hey, Victoria. How's it going? I can't listen to Vanessa Beeley. She drives me nuts. I don't know who that is. Church on Sunday is cool. Yes, it is. Carl baptized his children. Yeah, he said. He said he baptized his children. He was kind of like, well, it's too late for me. I was like, it's not. What are you talking about? It's not too late for you at all. It's not how it works. Did David Scott get axed? No, I don't think it was David. I think it was a guy called Martin who was gonna interview me. I don't know. Maybe David Scott did get axed. I don't even know. I don't know anything about that. Lotus Eaters is too black pilling these days. Is it? What sort of stuff they talk about on there? Dude, this week in Stupid was absolutely classic, man. I used to love those videos. Is that channel still online or did it get deleted? Is that channel still online? Does anyone know? He nuked the old vids. Oh. Carl was literally the first person I listened to online. The first YouTube channel I really listened to. It was after he was on Rogan. He was on Joe Rogan. That's when Joe Rogan. Sad that Joe Rogan's at the top of this amazing poly list, and I completely agree, The new establishment narrative gatekeepers. Yeah, that's him, man. Isn't it him? And all the rest of the crew, and look how much cross promotion these people do within their own little networks, The Iconoclast was a great channel. Oh yeah, whatever happened to that channel? Like, he used to come in my live streams and stuff sometimes. You know, back when people were saying that I wasn't racist enough. Do you remember? People used to come in my live streams and be all annoyed that I wasn't talking about whites or something. Those maniacs. Why is Douglas Murray on there, mate? He's absolutely awful. Wearing his press jacket and bowling around Israel and stuff. What a nutcase. Do you think most of these people on the list started in good faith? Offered things on the way? I think Joe Rogan started in good faith. Maybe. I don't think Russell Brand started in good faith. I think Jordan Peterson, I really think that Jordan Peterson was cloned or something. Because I used to like Jordan Peterson so much. And now he's just an absolute shadow of a man that he was. Why isn't he on this graphic? He used to be on this graphic. Dee, 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 dee. Rumble has a weird way of not allowing comments. Fair enough. Brown Wall says, hello, ladies. Anyone who anyone who talks about the common good and not about our ancient rights is a communist in my book. Did you mean takes or talks? Text in, let us know. Peterson changed after hospital. Yeah, that's it, man. He really did. He really did. That's what I mean. And he changed so much that I think that they maybe cloned him or something, you know? I really do. Alistair, what do we do about Islam? Well, we pray. That's what we do. Only God can fix this situation that we're in now. Let me tell you that 100%. And Islam, believe it or not, is probably the biggest spirit of the Antichrist that there is on the face of the planet Earth. And maybe that'll offend some people. I don't really care if it does. It's written in the book of John. Who is a liar but he who denies the Christ, you know? And if you talk to Muslims about Jesus being the Son of God, they'll completely go nuts. You know, they don't accept that at all. And let me get the scripture up for you. Okay. Click for chapter. Is it 14? No. Okay. John 22. 1 John 22. Who is the liar if it is not the one who denies that Jesus is the Christ? This is the Antichrist who denies the Father and Son. What version is this? Berean Standard Bible. Oh. Berean Standard Bible. Okay. Who is the liar if it is not the one who denies that Jesus is the Christ? This is the Antichrist who denies the Father and Son. Where's the King James? The King James is, who is a liar but he who denies that Jesus is the Christ? He is Antichrist who denies the Father and Son. So, probably the biggest movement, especially spiritual movement, that denies that Jesus is the Christ would be Islam. And it's laid out there clearly. Who is a liar but he who denies that Jesus is the Christ? Okay, so that would be Muslims. He is Antichrist who denies the Father and the Son. It's the spirit of the Antichrist. But these two religions don't mix, man. They don't mix at all. You can't. And when they come to form a one world religion where they're like, well, we're just going to mix Christians and Muslims and everything. If you're denying that Jesus is Christ, you can't have any part of Christianity. There's nothing that Christians have got to do with you. We're not saved by works, we're saved by faith in one man, Christ Jesus, who died for our sins. So, it's God who needs to fix that, I'm telling you. The reason why countries in the West are being overrun by the spirit of the Antichrist is because, we stopped following Christ. That's the truth. The black goo and the black rock entities. Oh man, I hope I got some more water in here. It seems like I do. The old black rock in Mecca, eh? Okay, I'm just going to put my kettle on. 1 second. Sliding all over the floor. Who is behind the flood of immigration? The United Nations and Satan is behind them, basically. That's the deal. We have a Mecca bingo and shop at Al Asada Mosque. Okay. Okay. My kettle has boiled. Bear with me, callers. Asdas are run by muzzies. What? Al Asda Mosque, or it's called what? Are we talking about the supermarket? Let me find Derek Prince. Oh, hang on. Let me find it for you. Okay.
All right, now let's look at another main manifestation of the spirit of Antichrist. And this is one it's extremely important for us as Christians to be well informed about at this time. That is Islam, which is the name for the religion of Muhammad. Islam means perfection, completeness, fulfillment. Muhammad arose in the 7th century of this era in the Arabian Peninsula, claimed to be a prophet, claimed to receive in a cave from an archangel the revelation of the religion, which then became Islam. And he claimed that his religion, Islam, was the true fulfillment of the Old and the New Testament. He claimed that the Christians in the Gospels had perverted the real truth, but he, through Islam, was restoring it. That's the basic claim of Muhammad. And he first believed that because he rejected idolatry and because he rejected the claims of Christianity, the Jewish people would follow him. But he was disappointed. And when they didn't follow him, he turned against them and became a persecutor of them. Now, let's consider the teachings of Islam. Personally, this is my own opinion. At the present moment, I think Islam is the most sinister, powerful force opposing the truth of God at work in the world.
There you go.
It's tragedy that so many Christians in the West have totally misunderstood and underestimated Islam. If it once gains power, it will first and foremost suppress the Jews, and second, suppress the Christians. In Muslim countries throughout the centuries, Christians and Jews have been given the title dhimmi, which means second-class people. It rather suits Islam to have some of them around, but to keep them in such a low and debased condition that the superiority of Islam is manifest to everybody. Ruth and I were in Pakistan in 1985 preaching the gospel there. One of the first things that happened was we were taken to visit the Jewish community, the Christian community in Karachi. And I still remember the awful sense of physical sickness when I saw the squalor, the poverty, the debased condition. They had open sewers running in the streets. They just went to the toilet out in the open. And this was the picture of Christianity presented to the people of Pakistan. It suited them, you understand? They didn't want to eliminate them totally. They just wanted to demonstrate the total superiority of Muslims over Christians. For instance, Muslims will never clean latrines. So all cleaners of latrines in Pakistan are Christians. That's basically the Pakistani vision of Christianity. See? And this is just one of countless examples of how the Jews and the Christians have been a totally suppressed, inferior minority in Islamic countries. The oath of a Christian is not accepted in Islamic courts. The evidence of a Christian against a Muslim is not accepted. It's true that Islam has not been guilty of anything so terrible as the Holocaust.
He's not wrong.
But it has a long record of 13 centuries of suppression and contempt for Christianity. It's hard for you who are not familiar to realize with what total contempt they view Christians. You see, the things that we, through Christian inheritance and tradition, regard as excellent, like mercy and forgiveness, to Muslims, they're just weakness. You see, at the present time, the situation in the Middle East, Western politicians, even if they're not Christians, have got a Christian viewpoint. They have a background. They talk about mercy, peace, forgiveness. To the Muslims, that's nonsense. In the Muslim thinking, revenge is a sacred duty. I just want to bring out the totally different spirit that there is, because it's not always obvious. Now, as I pointed out, Islam again has the marks, most of them. It started in association with the Old and the New Testament. It claimed to be the outworking of that revelation of God. But it denies certain basic fundamentals of the Christian faith. It denies the atoning death of Jesus on the cross. Muhammad taught that Jesus didn't die. An angel came and spirited him away from the cross before he died. Because there is no death, there is no atonement, and because there is no atonement, there is no forgiveness. And no Muslim has the assurance of sins forgiven at any time. Second, and this they deny with fanatical intensity, that Jesus is the Son of God. You can talk to the Muslims about Jesus as a prophet, and they'll give you careful attention. In fact, the Quran acknowledges Jesus as a prophet. But when you, even as a savior, even as a Messiah, but when you say he's the Son of God, you bring out the most intense, bitter opposition. In the famous mosque that's called the Dome of the Rock, that's built on the side of what was the Temple of Solomon at one time, in the Arabic inscriptions around it, twice it says, God has no need of a son. Until you've encountered this, you have no idea of the intensity of the opposition to this.
See you later.
And then, as I've said,
good
it
vibes o'clock,
denies
bro.
the father-son relationship within the Godhead. So, interestingly enough, you see, both these two religions that we've looked at, Judaism and Islam, originate in the Middle East. They will, if you go on a tour in Israel and you have a guide, they'll probably tell you at some point that the Middle East is the origin of the three great monotheistic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It's my guess, and I just offer this as something for you to think about, that the spirit of Antichrist will succeed in the professing Christian church in eliminating Jesus.
Oh.
Ultimately, we'll have a Christianity without Jesus.
What?
It'll be a moral system, a legal system, a system full of all sorts of pageants and religion, but without Jesus. And you see, once you've eliminated Jesus, you've opened the way for a synthesis of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I'm inclined to think, this is just a personal opinion, that the Antichrist will head up such a religion.
Yeah, makes sense.
Uniting Judaism, Islam, and apostate Christianity. I think we're a very long way toward it. When you consider that both the Pope and the Archbishop of Canterbury have in recent years conducted in Christian churches ceremonies where Islam and Islamic priests and all sorts of Hindus.
Do you remember what Prince Charles
American
said about
Indians,
faith?
We're all welcomed as brothers together. See, you can just read that in the newspaper, but that is the spirit of Antichrist. Its purpose is to eliminate Jesus. He's the stumbling block. The cross is the stumbling block. Do away with Jesus and the cross, and Christianity can merge with all sorts of religions. And I personally think we're far on the way toward that. That's my personal opinion. And I think we have to be very cautious in our attitude and our approach to these things, because I think the spirit of deception is at work.
There you have it. You see what I'm talking about? People, Christians especially, I don't think they're aware of this. I really don't. Oh. You know, I don't think they view Islam as an opposing force to Jesus. And they just think it's, they're nice people and we should be nice to them. And we should be nice to them, of course. I'm sure they are nice people. But, like Darren Prince says, the biggest opposing force to Jesus on the planet Earth today is Islam. When they have the majority, when they're in power, they like to, destroy Christians, basically. They don't tell you about that on the television over here. There's nothing wrong with The Life of Brian, is there? I mean, I haven't watched it for 30 years or whatever. Did you hear about the 200 Christians murdered in Nigeria on Christmas Day? Not on the mainstream media. Welcome to the Good Vibes show, folks. Good vibes coming in thick and fast. No, I didn't hear about that, to be honest. I mean, hey. Good golly, Mr. Molly did. I think I got a cold or something coming on, You don't like Monty Python, eh? Well, I guess not everyone does. So I'm doing this new diet at the moment where the only things I'm eating are meat, vegetables and fruits, basically, and fish. So just unprocessed whole foods, basically. And, man, it's tough. You try eating out on that diet. Man, it's hard. So you can't have any bread because I'm not having any sugar apart from fruit. So if you don't have any sugar, you can't really have bread because that just turns into sugar. Do people think these recent UFOs are Nephilim? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. Sourdough is good. You're not wrong. I doubt this Miami thing is Nephilim or whatever. It's probably some psyop of some description. Maybe they want us to think it's aliens or something, you know? Who knows? I don't know what's going on with the Nephilim. There's no such thing as outer space aliens, exactly. Honestly, you look unwell. You have a red nose and around your nose. Yeah, I'm starting to get high-dose vitamin C and D3 and zinc. Thank you. Zinc, that's a good idea. I'll have some zinc when I get into the house. Yeah, you're right. See, this is a good resolution I stream in now. You can even see when I'm ill. High-dose vitamin C, D3 and zinc. Okay. I've got all those things. Zinc. Okay. Miami thing was a practice for the next big false flag. Oh, yeah, could be, yeah. Obviously, they're ramping up the UFO thing to cover the rapture, which may be soon. Oh, interesting. Change of subject, but I've ordered a monthly fish box from Scotland as I can't get fresh fish where I live. Where do you live? Is that where all the fish comes from, Scotland? Warwickshire. You can't get fish in Warwickshire. We have no fishmongers. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like. Don't worry, I don't take any vitamin C supplements for that reason. Synthetic vitamin C is not good at all. Eat properly, yeah. I'm up for that. Oh, it's calcium, is it? I've definitely got a cold coming in or something. You know? You think if I pound the zinc, it'll stop it coming? It's worth a try. Tell us about your thoughts over Christmas. Anything occur, Alison? I don't think anything did occur, really. They sort of let us have a regular Christmas, didn't they? Which I was surprised about. Oysters are the best natural source of zinc. You're not going to believe this, but I don't have any fresh oysters in my bread bin. No, there's no Christians in my family apart from me. I'm the first one, really. I think my grandparents were. My grandmother on my dad's side was a church-going Christian, I believe. But my dad wasn't keen on it, so it skipped his generation. But I'm bringing it back. You know? No Christians in your family either. A cold just means you're detoxing, Alistair. Is that what it is? Why does it mean that? Not much, Gary. We're just chilling. We are just chilling out. Pop your hood up and fast for a day. What was the hood? You basically expunge disease, chucking stuff out. Interesting. It's what the body does to heal. Really? It's interesting. I'm not having any sugar at the moment, so I won't be having any honey. But yeah. Listen, folks. I hope you enjoyed your Good Vibes stream. I know I did. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. You all know we will. Wishing everyone a good night. Thank you, Wobbler. I shall love and miss you all. Hope you had some good vibes. I know I did. Was a good vibe, wasn't it? Okay, peace out, guys. See you all tomorrow. Bye.